Roar. Hold on tight.
Batman speaking. Warning all of you to brace yourselves for big news.
The biggest.
Tell them, Robin.
Holy superlatives, Batman. It's really exciting. Soon, very soon.
Out of the ring in just a moment or two for more exciting fucking action.
Welcome to Wrestling at the Chase, the opening bout, a mixed match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, weighing 140 pounds, Vivian St. John. From Winnipeg, Canada, weighing 243 pounds, Bulldog Bob Brown. From Dallas, Texas, weighing 158 pounds, Wendy Ritcher. And from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing 254 pounds, Ted Debiase. Referee Chuck Riley, Lee Warren.
Bulldog Bob Brown and Vivian St. John meet Wendy Ritcher and Ted Debiase, and Brown runs Wendy Ritcher out of the ring, says, "You have no business in here. I want to start out against Ted Debiase." And of course, whenever a tag is made, the opponents have to be of the same sex. In other words, if Debiase were to tag Wendy Ritcher right now, Vivian St. John, Brown's partner, could enter the ring immediately without a tag and come right into the ring. By the same token, if Brown tagged Vivian St. John, then Wendy Ritcher could charge into the ring. Brown's a bit upset at the fact Ted Debiase pushed him away as they were along the ropes. "You should disqualify him, referee," says Bulldog Bob Brown to Chuck Riley. Brown forces Debiase to the ropes. And again, Debiase shoves Bulldog Bob Brown away because Brown was slow to step back. Riley has no sympathy for Brown. What could he do? It was clean. It was just a push. It just made the break happen a little bit quicker. Brown hooks the head and the arm of Ted Debiase. Debiase reaches inside, trying to break the grip and pull the arm up into a wrist lock. Debiase, who's taller than Brown, he can use that height right here, trying to come up with a wrist lock, but down goes Debiase. And I do believe Mr. Brown grabbed the hair. Ted Debiase angrily to his feet. Brown now twisting the wrist, putting pressure to the wrist and forearm of Ted Debiase. Debiase trying to reach inside that grip. Ted likes to get in tight. There's a kick to the stomach, and Debiase twists the arm. Down goes Bulldog. Brown, leg drop to the bicep, and then Debiase scissors the arm of Bulldog Bob Brown. Brown getting onto his side, so those shoulders are off the mat. Vivian St. John reached in to try and make a tag with Brown, and of course that would be perfect for Brown, because then Richter and St. John would have to come into action. Ted Debiase drops that knee into the bicep of Bulldog Bob Brown. Brown comes to his feet, threatens to throw a punch at Debiase, but he doesn't get the chance. Debiase spins and twists that arm. Now Ted hooks the elbow and puts pressure to the upper portion of the arm. Brown trying to get back to Vivian St. John. Fireman's carry by Debiase stops that. What a brilliant young wrestler is Ted Debiase. Boy, you talk about some of the tremendous young talent on the way up. Certainly Debiase personifies that, along with people like David and Kevin Von Erich. There's a tag, and that means St. John comes in against Wendy Richter. Debiase is a little frustrated by that. He had Brown in some trouble. Wrist lock by Vivian St. John on Wendy Richter. Two tall young ladies right there. And if you take a good look at Vivian St. John, the way she's built, her features, the red hair, she has to remind you of Kay Noble. And I'm sure you remember Kay Noble, a scrappy customer, now makes her home up in Northwest Missouri. Fine wrestler. And I'll tell you, Vivian St. John reminds me of her in more ways than one, because Vivian, like Kay Noble, is a real scrapper. Wendy Richter steps back after a clean break. Wendy ties up with St. John. St. John forces Wendy Richter to the ropes. A knee to the stomach from Vivian St. John. Bulldog Bob Brown eyeing the action carefully. You never know what the Bulldog, what he's got in mind or what he's apt to do. St. John again puts Wendy Richter on the ropes. Brown, they're taking a look. St. John strangling Wendy Richter, and I can't tell if Brown has a hold of the... No, he's keeping his hands out. He's just watching what's going on very carefully. Flying mare by Vivian St. John. Is she strangling? Yes, she is, and Riley wants it broken. St. John with a hard kick. And another kick to the head knocks Wendy Richter face first to the mat. And St. John grabs Wendy Richter's hair, banging her to the canvas. Vivian St. John. Shades of Dick Murdoch or Von Roschke. St. John grabs Wendy Richter by the throat. Oh, St. John clouts Bulldog Bob Brown. She threw a punch at Richter, hit Brown, and Brown kicks Richter. Brown kicks Richter right in the hip, and that infuriated Ted Debiase.
5 minutes have elapsed, 10 minutes left.
Wendy Richter, even after that full paw by St. John, where she hit her own partner, still wasn't able to get out of the corner and tag Debiase. St. John with a forearm smash. Knock her head off, yells Bulldog Bob Brown. Mercy is not part of his vocabulary. There's St. John on the throat again. Richter with a sizzling forearm smash breaks free. Flying mare by Wendy Richter. Count of one. At 2, St. John pushes off Wendy Richter. Brown stepping up on the ropes to try and reach in. There's St. John back on the throat again. Oh, she's tough. I think she has the tag rope now around the throat of Wendy Richter. Brown holding on to that rope, and Wendy Richter is being strangled in the corner. Here comes Debiase after Brown. Nearly flattens Lee Warren, the referee, and trying to get at Brown. St. John with a knee lift to Wendy Richter. Elbow smash to the head from Vivian St. John. Try for a pin. Chuck Riley hustles over to make the count, but only gets to 1. Front face lock by Vivian St. John on Wendy Richter, and a knee lift. Drops Richter. Vivian stepping onto the throat. Of course, in a match like this, quick tagging is not as important as it normally would be. in a regulation tag match. A quick tag here by St. John to Brown obviously doesn't help the situation because that brings Debiase into the fray. Brown yells at St. John, don't stop, keep it up. It's more important for the person in trouble to make the tag than the one who is on the offensive, as Vivian St. John is right now. St. John using the bottom rope to strangle Wendy Richter. St. John strangling Richter again. Well, Brown should be pretty happy with the tactics of Vivian St. John because St. John obviously has the same philosophy as Bulldog Bob Brown. The crowd becoming quite upset with the tactics of Vivian St. John, who I believe is choking once more. At the count of 3, I believe it was, St. John stopped strangling and used the knee lift to flatten Richter. Wendy finds a home for the fist in the stomach of St. John, does it again. Wendy Richter bangs away those forearm smashes, driving him home, and now she strangles St. John. Vivian St. John getting a taste of her own medicine. And Ted Debiase yells for a tag. Here comes Debiase and Brown into the action. Ted Debiase, oh, his eyes raked by Brown. Brown tossed to the ropes, flying tackle. Debiase ducks. Over the top. Underneath again, Brown flying off those ropes. Then Debiase pitches Brown into the air for a hard jolt. And Brown bails out. Wendy Richter chases Brown off the apron and throws a kick at Brown, too. She kicks Brown again. And Bulldog Bob Brown is upset. Wendy Richter, just as angry as Brown, I think. Yes, she was willing to take a kick at Brown right there, and Brown goes over to more friendly surroundings, the corner where Vivian St. John is. So it's St. John against Richter again. Brown made the tag. Really a good idea because Richter had actually taken more punishment than St. John had earlier. Although you'd never know it the way Wendy Richter is hanging in there against the tough Vivian St. John. They're having a slugfest. Oh, you can hear those forearms banging home and the wind being knocked out of each person. Oh, Wendy missed that one, but she comes up behind St. John. Hey, back rolling cradle, count of 1, 2, 3. Wendy Richter with a back rolling cradle. Nicely done by Wendy Richter. And Debiase and Bulldog Bob Brown nearly get involved in a little Donnybrook. Debiase throws a punch at Brown as they stand toe-to-toe, staring at one another. Be that as it may, though, the victory belongs to Wendy Richter and Ted Debiase. Here's Mickey Garagiola.
In 9 minutes and 31 seconds, the back rolling cradle, the winner, Wendy Richter and Ted Debiase.
Wendy Richter and Vivian St. John still going to it. Debiase keeping Brown out of matters so that St. John and Wendy Richter can try and settle their differences. Finally, Chuck Riley separates the two after St. John has strangled Wendy Richter. Now Brown and Debiase are arguing once more. And I think the action finally has ended. So we will be back with more right after this.
This is the tattooed madman Psycho Mike, and if you don't want to get locked in a mental ward with me, you'll click like and hit subscribe now.
I've seen your stupid videos. Actually, I'm lying. I haven't seen your stupid videos. I've heard about your stupid videos. From me to you, go fuck yourself.
street here. There was no one bigger when it mattered less. The man with the perfect face for radio. The tattooed madman psycho, Mike!
Here. Check it out. You're listening to Psycho Mike's Masters of Mayhem Underground Radio. Broadcasting live, online, and worldwide from Cleveland, Ohio. That guy plays anything and everything. And he likes the rest of my family. Even Meg. So we can't be all bad. I bring to you the man with the perfect face for radio, the part-time crazy, 100% psycho, the tattooed madman, Psycho Mike.